Hey guys, today we're gonna make my mom's birthday cake. I have made it once before for my brother. They like the same, it's a pumpkin cannoli cake, so if you watched, I made a cannoli cake once. I used the same filling and the same icing, I just changed the cake. And I'll leave all that in the description. I already preheated the oven and I sprayed my tins and put my parchment paper in there. The next thing we're gonna do is mix our oil and sugar for 4 minutes. Seems like a long time, but that's what it says. A cup of oil. Ooh, just a minute. And how much sugar? 2 cups. That's a lot of sugar. And when I've had this before, this cake didn't taste very sweet, so I'm surprised. 1. Close to 2. I don't know how much it matters of me leaving the quarter out, but we'll see. I'm gonna let it mix and then I will be back. Okay, so that's all mixed up. Now we're gonna add the vanilla and 4 eggs. Actually, I should get a paper towel. Two teaspoons of vanilla. And then we're gonna mix it again for like a minute. And then 1 can of 15 ounces of pumpkin. It just tells you to stir that in. I'm using the mixer because last time it took a while to do it by hand. Which was also surprising because usually when you have pumpkin recipes, none of them ever have you use the whole can and then you're stuck with leftovers. Which I end up usually just throwing away because we both know I'm never going to remember I have them. Alright, stir that in. That should be good. Good enough. Everything else we're going to fold in by hand.
What does that mean? What does fold in the cheese mean?
He folds it in.
There. All right. Now we have to put in a teaspoon of baking powder. Half a teaspoon of baking soda. I'm gonna have to get more of that soon, I'm almost done. And then a teaspoon of salt. And then 2 cups of flour. And then that's it. I'm gonna do one at a time and fold it in.
I understand that, but how do you fold it? Do you fold it in half like a piece of paper and drop it in the pot, or what do you do?
David, I cannot show you everything.
Okay, well, can you show me one thing?
It just seems easier that way. The only part I do not like about making a 3-tier cake is they always tell you to separate everything evenly. And I always have a difficult time with that. So I always just try to eyeball it. So compared to a lot of other cakes I've made, the cake batter for this seems pretty easy. I feel like the cannoli one's a little bit more difficult than a lot of other scratch cakes, but this is pretty easy. Especially if you're not into doing like 20 different steps that make it more difficult than it has to be. I like easy things that don't take me all morning. I'm doing this now because I want to bake a chicken for dinner, and if I don't do it now, we're not going to eat tonight. My mom's birthday's tomorrow, so this has to be done today, and then it'll give it time to cool for us to fill it and all that jazz. In the oven for 18 to 23 minutes until they look done. I'll be back when they're done. Okay, I already made the filling. I've done it before, like I said in another video, so I didn't feel it was pertinent to make sure it was done. 2 containers of mascarpone cheese, half a cup of powdered sugar, a tablespoon of vanilla, and then a quarter teaspoon of cinnamon and mini chocolate chips. I kind of eyeball it, but I did all that earlier and put it in the fridge just so I wouldn't have to do it now. The other thing you're going to need is 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. I believe it's a quarter cup of powdered sugar and 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. We're going to do that, and then I'll probably fast pace it while I decorate. The mascarpone filling is going to go in between layers, and then we'll cover the whole cake with this.